Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. This may look like a video about a road race, but it's actually about why you shouldn't do major things to your bike the night before a race, right before you go to bed. The night before, I had got my duties done for the day for the stage race that I'm putting on the following week, and I had a hankering to work on my bike even though I knew the race was tomorrow. The first thing I did was finally glue a set of tubulars onto my wheels. You are supposed to let them cure for at least 48 hours, but because this wasn't a crits, and there was only one corner to be a little careful on, I was fine with it. And I had no problem during the race. What I did have a problem with was this. My Campy 10-speed chain had stretched to about 0.75 to 0.8 millimeter. Rather than shell out bucks for a new cassette, I figured I'd better just change a chain right now. I was out of chains, and the bike shop only had one chain left without its pin. So they gave me a couple quick links, and home I went. Unfortunately, I could not get the quick links to work, so I had to splice on more Campy chain and do it old style. While I worked on one end of the splice, the other end of the splice was a little more troublesome, but I thought I got it. However, when I started slipping the chain, and I saw that the cage was not jerking as if it was hanging up on a chain, I figured it was the cogs that needed to be replaced. The more power applied, the more slippage, and now the speed's increasing on the second climb. I get back on doing what I've been doing, keeping just enough pressure to keep the bike functional. The way I do this is using a full circle spin, almost over-accentuating the spin as if I'm trying to pull my foot out at every point in the circle. The idea is to have power at every point in that circle the same, not to have any dead spots, and not to have the need to have extra power to compensate for those dead spots. But alas, when you need power, you need power. And slipping of the gears like that just sucks it out of you. I so wanted to stand and go with these guys, but my bike wasn't going to allow that. All I could do was keep doing what I was doing, but this time I wasn't going to be able to connect. Nevertheless, I love this road race course. This is great racing weather, and I was going to make sure that I had a good workout. Lest you still think that a little bit of chain slippage should not be giving me this much problems, listen to this. After being solo for about 5 miles, I was caught by a chase group made up of previously dropped riders. For whatever reason, they did not seem particularly motivated to consistently ride fast. So I would often go off in the front, not attacking because my bike couldn't attack, just rolling off the front, and then I was solo. I would occasionally be joined by this rider. I say occasionally because we'd be together, then he'd drop off, and then I'd see him again. With a half lap to go, after the group had caught me on the descent, I rolled off again and the other rider went with me. We worked well together, holding off the chase group. Especially because of the finishing climb, this was not the time to play cat and mouse. Staying away from the others was job one. When we got to the final corner, we had about 300 meters on the group. I was feeling good. As we approached the final climb, I went to the front, Reason I did that is because my breakaway partner here did not seem as strong as I did on the climbs, and I wasn't sure how my bike was going to fare with the extra power heading into the finish. I figured I'd give him a final pull so at least he can finish before the group. This is what happened. It turns out that my cog set was fine. It was one of the splices on my chain. My chain broke. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, and share this, The Cycling Greek.